With the Caves and Cliffs update set to release sometime in the holidays and us still having no specific release date yet, it's left a lot of us questioning what Mojang are actually doing right now and what they're working on to do with this update. In this video everyone, we've got some cool new parity information to go over. There's a lot to go over in this video everyone, so if you do go on to enjoy it, be sure you drop the video a like and subscribe if you're on your end here for daily Minecraft content. Minecraft Live is days away and I will be keeping you all up to date with the mob vote and all of the changes coming to the world of Minecraft. But without going on for any longer, let's get right into the video. Now let's begin. Just in case you have no idea what parity changes are, it's basically adjustments made by Mojang to make the Java edition version of the game and the Bedrock edition version of the game as similar as possible, and we'll get to why this is so important a bit later on. But first, there's a lot of interesting things to go over from the Minecraft developer known as Henrik. It's not only Henrik who's been working on parity and of course the Caves and Cliffs update part 2 itself, but this amazing developer has constantly been trying to keep us up to date with what he is doing, what the team is doing, and that is why we are specifically covering Henrik's news in this video. Now the first thing is about kind of the terrain generation, which is what we've heard a lot about lately from Henrik, and the first post actually says parity testing, getting pretty close, even the floating blocks match, and below there is two images. I think the one on the left is Bedrock edition because of the colour of the water, and the one on the right is Java edition, but I'm not too sure. The point is, these two look so similar that it is very difficult to tell the difference. From the caption though and the little bit of information we got from Henrik, we can get the idea right now that the team is kind of done with the terrain generation, and this ties into another post we'll be talking about a bit later on, and I might even make a specific video about that. But it seems like Mojang are coming to the end of the work on the terrain generation. It seems like things are basically almost done. We heard a lot about this throughout the experimental snapshots all the way through the month of September and into October. But now the fact that they're working on parity does kind of indicate that they are at least almost done with this. Alongside where Henrik said he's currently playtesting, he says they are getting pretty close. We do not know if that means to the release of the Caves and Cliffs update or if they are getting pretty close to absolute parity. Most likely it is that one, but yeah, the fact that these two images look so similar is definitely very exciting for Bedrock edition players. I'm not sure if this is just me or if it's just some kind of an effect because I play Bedrock a little bit less than Java, but one thing I've found out is that the Java terrain generation does seem a lot more varied than the current Bedrock edition terrain generation. If you play Bedrock edition a lot, or you play it a lot on your console or mobile, be sure you let me know down below if this is just me, or is the Bedrock edition terrain generation at the moment before the release of the Caves and Cliffs update part 2, is it more basic than Java edition, or is it just an effect that has been put on some of us Java players? Later on, Henrik did actually respond to his own tweet saying biome placement also seems to match really well. Not the exact feature placement though. Trees and flowers and such aren't in the same place. We won't have time to fix this for the update though. Does this mean the complete parity for terrain generation will not be in the Caves and Cliffs update part 2, or does it mean for the snapshot? When Henrik just says we won't have time to fix this for the update though, I really do not know what this means, and this could actually be quite concerning for the Caves and Cliffs update if it is what I think it is. If this is Henrik's way of saying that items will not have parity like the terrain generation itself will, that could mean that there will be some slight slight differences between Java and Bedrock. As Henrik said, trees may be in different places, so will flowers and bamboo, of course. This is definitely nowhere near the biggest deal in the world, but it's quite interesting to think about how hard this must be for Mojang to work on this, and just think about it a moment, this must be really difficult for them to try and fix. Below, people ask numerous questions about the generation and what's going on and how things will be in the final release of the Caves and Cliffs update part 2. A lot of them were about the water, the tree placement, the flower placement, and basically the long story short, where after reading the majority of Henrik's responses, it seems like Mojang are really pressed for time right now and they've got a lot on their plate. The majority of the responses are basically maybe someday but not in this update, or maybe in this update, we're not too sure, but it does seem that there is a lot going on for Mojang. Let's just think about this a second. There is a matter of days until Minecraft Live. That means I've got a lot to do with 1.19 right now, along with the new UI update. Apparently, according to some people, I do not know if this is true, I do not think it is, but people are saying there's 2 projects Mojang are working on behind the scenes. There's also Minecraft Dungeons taking up a little bit of time. Just think about how much Mojang have got to do currently. But this is definitely awesome to see this attention to parity being put in. Mojang could of course just leave it so that the Java and Bedrock terrain generation is completely different, but the fact that they're putting in all of this effort into parity, although some people may never even realize it, is just really exciting, and just it shows how legendary these Minecraft developers are. This does kind of answer the question, what are Mojang currently working on, because I've saw a lot of people kind of asking me to talk about that, but it seems at least some people are working on the Deep Dark and porting for the Warden and the AI. That's the last thing we heard from King B Dogs about what he is doing, at least, so it seems like they're kind of rounding things up right now and getting them ready. I hope we hear something at Minecraft Live, but as I've said previously, I'm not too sure, and it seems like the rest of the team is working on parity and trying to get Java and Bedrock as similar as possible, because there's some differences what are actually better on Bedrock and there's some which are better on Java Edition. So let me know what you think about all of this down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. It's spooky season, everyone, so go and put a jack-o'-lantern in your Minecraft house, eat some pumpkin pie, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.